And introducing Mr. Money.
Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Your jungle.
Hello and a warm welcome to Prime Television's main news. My name is Martha. To present it, we take a look at stories making headlines. President Sata leaves for the U.S. to attend the UN General Assembly. Government cans people criticizing President Sata's short speech to Parliament. Kalima backs women for top leadership positions. In international news, Turkish hostages held by Islamists in Iraq released. And in sports, Zambia loses bid to host Africa Cup 2019. Join me with the details shortly. you so much for staying tuned. And now the main news in detail. Acting President Edgar Lungu says there is nothing wrong with the president delivering a short speech to Parliament. Mr. Lungu, who is also Defense and Justice Minister, says there is no standard procedure on how the president should deliver a speech on such an occasion. He says if the president wanted, he would have just walked into Parliament and declared it open without even delivering any speech. Mr. Lungu says Zambians should be grateful that President Sata even managed to deliver his speech, saying the duration does not matter as the document can easily be circulated.
Following President Michael Sata's brief speech to Parliament on Friday, several stakeholders have expressed a disappointment with him for failing to tackle key issues of national interest. The president only tackled 3 issues, which included health, education and agriculture, before handing over the entire speech to Speaker of the National Assembly, Patrick Matibini, to circulate it. But government and party officials have defended the president, saying there was nothing wrong with President Michael Sata to deliver a short speech. Defense Minister Edgar Lungu, who is also acting president, says there is no standard format for the president to deliver a speech.
The president can choose his time presenting his speech. This speech is written, and I think all of us have got copies. We can read, and I read a lot of that last night. So it's his time. So what is wrong with that? He could have just said, I declare Parliament open and walked out, and here's my speech. What's wrong with that? You know, each one has got his own way of doing things, really. And these things are not cast in concrete. Traditional practices are individual. President Manawasa is one side, President Via Bana is one side, so did Dr. Kaunda. So why should people insist that you should do it the way I've been doing it? The speech is there, you've got copies, you have read, and we debate that speech. So where is the problem really?
Mr. Lungu also says those condemning the president should even appreciate that the head of state made an appearance at the event.
I think the comment has been noted, and I'm sure it was meant for it as well. But you see, let him not be holier than others in this matter. Because his role and my role are different. Probably I may be the best person to advise the team. Probably I may not be. So why should I take it upon myself to be the keeper of the body?
Meanwhile, the head of state has left the country for the U.S. to attend the 69th session of the United Nations General Assembly stated for Tuesday. The president will be among other several heads of states around the world attending the event. The president left the country around 10:30 hours. Acting President Edgar Lungu confirmed the development in an interview with the press today. Mr. Lungu has, however, not given the time frame the president will be out of the country, insisting that he will be back as soon as his official duties are over.
Yes, the president left about 10:30. I'm not too sure of the exact time, but I'm not sure. What do you mean going here? We are Minister of Defense and Justice. So I was just told to come to the airport, I went to the airport and then he left. So I have to find out what is happening in the UN. I can't know it all.
We just want to find out how long the president is out of the country.
The letter of appointment says until he comes back, I'm active. So I cannot say he's coming back tomorrow. But there's business there. So he's attending to business in the UN. Until he comes back, I'll be at the head of state. So as for the business, I'm sure the PS in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs can indicate to me exactly later the business that the president has gone for. But I can also find out if push comes to shove. But I don't think he can be doing that before. It's a job to me.
President Michael Sata says government has created over 400,000 jobs in various sectors since assuming power in 2011. According to the president's written speech for the official opening of Parliament on Friday, Mr. Sata explained that out of the total number of jobs created, over 93,000 jobs have been created in the construction industry alone. He says government is committed to ending poverty among Zambians through various policies put in place. Address. On Friday, 19th September 2014, President Michael Sata opened the fourth session of the 11th National Assembly, where he delivered a 20-minute speech.
In presenting the 9% completion rate within a short space of time, while the remaining 43 schools are in various stages of construction. In my address to the House last year, I reaffirmed the statement's government's commitment to establishing at least one university each on the 10 provinces. Let me state that construction works are ongoing at Robert Makasa from Shino Parabara Universities.
Kasenengwa Member of Parliament Victoria Kalima has dismissed assertions that women cannot govern. Ms. Kalima, in an interview with Prime TV News, says her re-election as Member of Parliament in the September 11th by-election is evidence enough that people have confidence in her as a woman. She says she has demonstrated true leadership in her constituency, hence the people felt mandated to elect her to continue with the completion of various projects in the area. The parliamentarian has called on women to continue supporting each other and rise to the challenge of being labeled as enemies against each other.
My coming back in Parliament, it's a plus to the women folk. It's a plus in the sense that the people in the constituencies have got more confidence now in the women. You can see that I didn't just win. I won with the very highest vote. And the people that voted for me are women. And it just removes the notion that women do not support each other. I have women clubs, over 500. And I would want to mention here that the 500 women clubs are the ones that voted for me. So this notion is coming to an end, and I'm very, very excited that I'm going to continue the developmental projects that we had started in Kasenengwa, the schools, the roads, the clinics, and many other developmental projects, the roads that we're supposed to do, which had started, the water, the boreholes, that had stalled.
Meanwhile, Ms. Kalima has called for more empowerment and recognition of women in decision-making positions. She says women should be given equal responsibility as men if the country is to see more development in every sector of the economy. She has called on government and the non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to consider empowering women with positions of decision-making, adding that putting a woman in focal point positions means empowering everybody around her. She has, however, commended the Patriotic Front government for identifying a woman as an equal player to national development.
I would want to see more empowerment to the women, because if you empower a woman, then you've empowered the whole community. Remember, a woman is able to fend for the husband, a woman is able to fend for the male child, and a woman is able to fend for the female child in the home. So empowering a woman is just the way to go, because if you identify a woman as a focal point, then you are developing Zambia. So I would want to urge the NGOs and many other organizations that look at development to consider women first, because they are even more careful. We are more careful even with the expense in terms of resources. So we hope to see more women in leadership, and this is just the beginning. And I commend actually the Patriotic Front. They have identified a number of women in their leadership roles.
UPND Vice President for Politics, Canisius Banda, says power lies in the hands of Zambians to change their own destiny. Dr. Banda states that the harsh economic conditions Zambians have been exposed to by the PF regime can only be reversed by voting for a credible party like the UPND in 2016. He says it is sad that the PF has abandoned the people who made them who they are today. And Dr. Banda has expressed disappointment with the PF for allowing Mr. Sata in public in his state. He states that it is no longer a hidden secret that the president is unwell. He has since advised Mr. Sata to take a rest from politics and concentrate on his health. Dr. Banda said this in Lusaka on Saturday during the party's Lusaka Province Open Day.
Hundreds of UPND sympathizers on Saturday gathered at the party secretariat to celebrate the party's provincial open day organized by the women. The event saw the party put on display various party campaign materials which were also on sale to raise money for the party. Items such as caps, key holders, scarves and other UPND branded items were on display. Speaking during the event, Party Vice President Dr. Canisius Banda said time has come for the Zambian people to start considering voting out the PF if their lives are to change for the better.
UPND ifuna kuti chitukuko chenicheni chibwere muno mdziko. Mumvetsetse romba choyambira ndalama zilimo kale muno mdziko ndalama. Siti funiko okwereka yayo utenga chikwerete yayi ndalama zilimo kale tiye ntitenge ndalama kumikodi. Ndalama zimene zichatika zitenga bwino utengera abantu chifuko zicha ndalama za ndani zanu.
The party's provincial chairperson Wendy Mlenga sheds more light on the event.
It's a day we're calling Open Day, where we opened our doors even wider to the public. Open Day is a day we thought all those who want to join us today will join us. And as a result of that, we are focusing on the membership registration. As Lusaka Province, we want to take stock of our members in Lusaka Province so that we know our position as a party in Lusaka Province. Today alone, we have received over 1,700 defectors from various parties. This is an indication of how disgruntled people are in Lusaka. They are disappointed with the PF government. And it is an opportunity for us as a party to step up our game, move into a higher gear, because people are looking for a visionary leadership.
During this meeting, about 1,700 cadres, mainly from the former ruling party, representing different constituencies in Lusaka province, defected to the UPND. The cadres were led by former Kafue Mayor George Muleya.
Pamena yangana nelanga naona watu wa Zambia kuvutika kwa paka kuvutika valila musipatala tilila bada wa school valila vose vintu ziviyenda bwino governance yose siri bwino na constituency yose stiona pamena ganiza nate apa nisakile party yamena vision ya bwino yamena zatandiza bantu wa Muzambia so nasanka UPND.
Dr. Banda also handed over a minibus to the Provincial Executive Committee for party mobilization in Lusaka province. Kalan Mchima reporting for Prime TV News in Lusaka.
You're watching Prime Television's main news with me, Martha Namanje. Join me after the break with more news.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money! Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
We now continue with the Prime Television's main news. Open Society Foundation Executive Director Sunday Chanda has resigned with immediate effect from the organization and joined the Patriotic Front as a member. In a press statement, Mr. Chanda says he has decided to join the PF as it is his democratic right. Mr. Chanda, the 2011 MMD losing candidate for Kachibia constituency in Mpika, says his stay in the civil society was not permanent. Mr. Chanda has not given further details on his decision, but thanked all those that supported him during his time in the civil society. Former First Lady Maureen Mwanawasa says the moral decay and early marriages among young people can only be dealt with if stakeholders deal with the issue from the grassroots level. Dr. Mwanawasa says it is not enough to put the blame on youths, who most of them are fighting to earn a living. She says it is difficult for children to survive in an environment where their needs are not being adequately met by their guardians, adding that those with weak character tend to leave home in pursuit for a better life. She has called on the state, including all concerned stakeholders, to get to the grassroots and establish what could be pressing young people to indulge in early marriages and moral degrading issues.
For a girl child at the age of 14, 15, she cannot even afford sanitary towels, she cannot afford lotion, she's in a boarding school, there is competition, and these basic needs are not being met by her parents because of the economic situation on the ground. And she's a young person who is influenced by the peers around her. So some don't have a strong character to survive around those situations. And the issues I've referred to, sanitary, glycerin, they look as if they are a small component in the life cycle of a girl child. They are very cardinal, and they are not available for a lot of children who are coming from not well-to-do families. So if you say the children are going into early marriages, they have found that as survival. So for us to curtail that, we need to correct the situation, because they are getting into marriage so that they can have a life. Probably use that marriage also to come and support their parents.
Issues of moral decay among young people have continued to be a source of concern in the country, with some people putting the blame on condom advertisement. Some people talked to by Prime TV News have noted that free display of condoms should be barred as it is the source of moral decay, while others call for the stop in condom advertisement. Some have maintained that free access to condoms by young people is a good move as it protects from diseases and early pregnancies.
Basi yechindaba vija sivifunika che kwa wafana wali bonsi wafana ba so pewa maona che bamaona munga nvamushi ndapewa vika viteve bachita twantu waziona wazivichita vija zitsaba vika so sivamushi.
Thing is that those my things, they are just okay when it comes to my part, because those my things, they're advertising how people can protect each other. To make matters worse, nowadays there's some diseases. Now if they don't advertise, how can they know that we have to protect ourselves from diseases? You see? So those are things, what they are doing, it's just good. I can't say that it's bad.
There's misinformation in the sense that we are talking about promoting condoms. In the other way, we are also talking about virginity. So the two does not correspond. So if we are going to promote virginity, then there's no way we can talk again about the use of condoms, because all we need to teach our young people is abstinence from having sex, whether protected or unprotected, but they just have to abstain.
Movement for Multi-Party Democracy MMD President Nevas Mumba says the barring of private media organizations from covering President Sata at the Parliament grounds is proof that the President and the Patriotic Front government have no belief in freedom of the media, nor are they interested in freedom of information. He says such undemocratic policies should be condemned as they create room for speculation, given the fact that the shroud of secrecy seems to be the intended objective of excluding the private media. He says it is indisputable that the President failed to give the policy direction to Parliament and the nation as a whole. This is according to a statement made available to Prime TV News by Party President Dr. Nevas Mumba. On Friday, private media houses were banned from covering the opening of the 4th session of the 11th National Assembly. You're still watching Prime Television's main news. We take our final break. Join me after that with international news and sports.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
And now in international news. Dozens of hostages seized by Islamic State group from the Turkish consulate in the northern Iraq city of Mosul have been freed and are back in Turkey. The 49 were greeted by flag-waving crowds in Ankara after arriving in southern Turkey early on Saturday. Prime Minister said Turkey's intelligence agency had left the operation but gave few details. The hostages were seized after Islamist militants overran Mosul in a rapid advance in June. Turkey has refused direct involvement in the military campaign against Islamists, partly because of fears over the hostages' safety. Gordon Brown says the promises made ahead of the Scottish independence referendum on change and further devolution will be delivered. The former Prime Minister says it was time to move to the common ground after a majority in Scotland voted not to leave in the UK. Politicians in England and Scotland are considering how the UK will be governed in the future. In a speech in Dogger's Bay, Mr. Brown described 3 lock-ins which he said demonstrated that pre-referendum promises would be kept. He also moved to quash any suggestions that he planned to return to frontline politics, which he said he was too old to be the comeback kid and too young to be an elderly statesman. And finally, in international news, we monitor more on these and others as monitored by Al Jazeera.
49 Turkish citizens held in Iraq by fighters from the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, ISIL, have been released. The group was greeted by Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu. The hostages included diplomats, soldiers and children. Turkey says they were released in a pre-planned operation. US Secretary of State John Kerry says Iran has a role to play in fighting ISIL. Kerry told the UN Security Council that Iran could help take out the group. An al-Qaeda-affiliated group in Syria says it's killed one of 10 Lebanese soldiers it's holding hostage. The Nusra Front described Mohammed Hamia as the first victim of the intransigence of the Lebanese army. Hamia was from a prominent Shia Muslim family in Baalbek. Over 100 people have been killed in fierce fighting in Yemen's capital. Houthi rebels and government troops have been battling for a second day in Sana'a after ceasefire talks collapsed. State TV headquarters came under attack as the violence edged closer to the city centre, forcing thousands to flee. And Sana'a's university has been forced to close. The Ukrainian government and pro-Russia rebels have made another step towards peace in eastern Ukraine. The two sides have signed a deal in the Belarusian capital to cement an initial ceasefire agreed there 2 weeks ago. The deal includes a 30-kilometre buffer zone along the front line. This is the latest attempt to end the conflict that's killed more than 3,000 people in the last 5 months. More than 200,000 people in the Philippines have been forced to leave their homes and find temporary shelter after a tropical storm. Heavy rains caused widespread flooding across the country, including the capital, Manila. Tropical storm Fungwong made landfall on Friday in the north. Weather experts say the equivalent of half a month's rain fell in just 6 hours. There have been clashes between pro- and anti-independence supporters in Scotland's largest city, Glasgow. On Friday, voters in Scotland rejected independence and chose to stay part of the United Kingdom. Hours after the result, Scotland's First Minister announced he would step down. Speaking in Edinburgh, Alex Salmond said the independence campaign will continue. He called on UK Prime Minister David Cameron to deliver on promises of greater powers for Scotland.
And finally, in the news in sports, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has announced that Cameroon will host the 2019 African Cup of Nations, beating a strong Zambia bid. Ivory Coast are hosts for 2021, and Guinea will host the 2023 tournament. CAF President Issa Hayatou, a Cameroonian, announced the results in Addis Ababa on Saturday evening. As we end our main news bulletin, we now take a look at the headlines again. President Sata leaves for the U.S. to attend the UN General Assembly. Government cans people criticizing President Sata's short speech to Parliament. Kalima backs women for top leadership positions. In international news, Turkish hostages held by Islamics in Iraq released. And finally, in sports, Zambia loses bid to host Africa Cup 2019. Thank you so much for your time. That's all we had on our main news bulletin. But for these and other stories, you can log on to our website. That's www.ptvzambia.com. My name is Martha Namanje, and on behalf of the entire news production team, enjoy the rest of our programming.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money! Saint up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.